Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tarot in the Star. I am your host, Melody. Today we are going to be covering the folk tale of the Green Children of Woolpit in Suffolk, England, 12th century. There was two children that came out of the woods, and they were green in color. The people took the children in, and one of the children died while the other one lived, and eventually the green hue that was on the skin went away and the child looked like a normal child. The children said that they were from a different place. Their whole family was green. Everybody they knew was green. So we're going to try to uncover here whether or not that story has any bit of truth, because some people are saying it's true and some are not. So let's find out. Spirit guides, can you tell us if the Green Children of Woolpit in Suffolk, England, 12th century, if that is in fact a true event that had occurred with two children coming out of the forest that were green in color, or if that was a myth? Can you show us the story of these two individuals that are the green children, if it is in fact correct? Okay. What else do we have here, Spirit Guides? Okay. Let me see something here, you guys. Right. Okay. Hold on, I'm just kind of reviewing something here about this particular tale. Okay. Okay. So here's the tale of this. Somebody was bored one day. They were bored. This is somebody that lived nearby. And they wanted to create a story. And so they had, like, this person was bored. They were thinking of creating a story, and they had a dream. And part of that dream was this story about two kids that came out of the woods that were colored green. Okay. This person went to their boss and said, I want to create the story. I have a good idea for a story. And the boss said, okay, let me hear it. And they told the boss the story. And it's like, this story is going to create a frenzy because it's a wonderful tale. So the boss says, go ahead and go with it. There's a little bit of indecision on how to put it together. But the intuition comes to them on a perfect story. It's like, here's the weird part. The story of the two kids from the forest aren't true. Okay? The weird part is that the person that had that dream about that is dreaming of two kids. And this is going to sound really bizarre, but these two kids that they're dreaming about are from a different place. It's from another dimensional realm. They're dreaming about some people that exist in another dimensional realm, if that makes any sense. And so they know, this is a great story. They're talking to their boss. Their boss says, go ahead and go for it. It seems great. Sounds like a great story. I feel like it's going to take off, okay? I feel like it's going to take off. It has a certain level of drama to it because one kid dies and then the other kid lives, right? And one kid, the one that lives, the green color comes off, and it's a spectacular story and tale for this time, which is the 12th century, because this is there wasn't so much in this time, this month that this story was being told. It wasn't so much going on. It seemed kind of dry in terms of like fanciful stories, I guess you could say. Okay, so they came up with this story, and the story sounded great, and the boss says, act as though this is a real story. Act as though this is a real story. Pretend like this is correct, that this is real, but it's a fake, okay? We know it's a fake. It's a mystery. It's a complete mystery. What happened? How did these kids come out of the forest? They were all green in color, you know? So, you know, it's a fake story, okay? And so then the story gets around the village, and it gets around other villages, and other people hear about it, and they're so excited about this story, right? They're so excited about the story. It's a magnificent tale about these two kids and how they survived in a forest and where they came from, right? And the story has transcended. The story has transcended into even our time, because if you look on Wikipedia, this story is still there, right? People still talk about this story. It's transcended from the 12th century to now. This tale keeps on going on, like as if this is correct, as if this is real, all right? I find that really funny. Okay, because I was wondering about that, because I read about it and no one seems to have any clue. So, tell us a little bit more about this storyteller. They had a dream. I'm seeing that they had a dream about the story, but they were really dreaming about two kids that exist in a parallel universe from us. Tell us more about that. Okay, barbed minions. Mystifying architect. What else do we have? Threshold of adventure. Okay. The person that told this story felt tormented. They felt tormented. They were not able to come up with good storylines to write about. I guess maybe perhaps this was their job, to write different stories of that time, of what's going on. Okay? So they came up with the story because they wanted to be looked at in the public. They wanted to be noticed. They wanted some kind of recognition. They wanted their story to be noticed. So they're the architect, okay? They're the mystifying architect of this fabrication of this story, right? They created this story as a wonderful tale, right? They wanted the people to be able to think that it was correct, that it was real, that this really happened. They wanted the mystery and intrigue to be there. Okay? they were able to step, like, in their dream, it's like they stepped into a portal and they saw these two kids that were green in color. They didn't understand what they were seeing, but they remembered it enough to tell this fabricated story. Okay? I don't think they were meant to see these two children. Usually you don't step into portals to see things like this, because people that live in different dimensions than us, that might look different than us. You're not supposed to step into portals to see these people. Somehow this person, by chance, did. And they were able to remember it, to tell this magnificent story. Okay, let's see what else we get. I find that in itself interesting. Even if the story isn't correct, it's like these people, this person was seeing something from a portal that is not our universe, okay? And they're seeing something that is correct, okay? All right. Tell us anything more about this, spirit guides. Anything more? See, on my channel, I tell it how it is. I'm not going to just tell you, oh, you know, this is correct or this is true if I'm not reading that. So this story is incorrect. It's a fable. It's a folklore. But somebody saw something that was correct in a portal, which makes it very weird to me. Okay, we have nature. Ghosts. Okay, what else? What else do we see? Soar. Okay. Show us fear, protection, sacred space, exposed. Okay, so this is where we're going to leave this. This person saw two children that were playing by their home in another dimension through a portal they walked through as they were asleep, in a sleep state. These kids were in nature. They were in nature from what they saw, okay? This person traveled as a spirit. They traveled as a ghost. And, you know, everybody has a spirit. Your spirit leaves your body when you go to sleep at night, and it does travel to places. Now, this is interesting because usually you don't go into portals, but this person, by chance, ended up doing that. They soared as a spirit. They soared. They went to faraway places. And because they write stories, it's like this person writes tales for a living. Or they were trying to write a tale to get some kind of recognition or some kind of monetary money, right? And so their spirit soared to look for something to write about. Subconsciously, they're doing this, okay? When they saw those two children, green colored and outside of their home playing, this person was afraid of what they were seeing. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. Okay? But they realized that the kids can't see them. The kids couldn't see them because they're in their spiritual form. They're a ghost. So they were protected. This person was protected from those kids or anybody seeing them. They were in a sacred space. They were in a sacred place, okay? This is a portal that they walked through, and they were in another dimension. And they're exposing the story. They're exposing this fanciful story, but they're making it seem like these kids came out of the forest in our world, which did not happen, okay? So, I know this to be true because once I traveled as a spirit outside of my body. I saw my body, and I saw myself sleeping and laying there. And I wanted to look at myself in the mirror, because I noticed when I was looking at my hands were golden yellow. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw somebody completely different that was blue in color, and it was a tall, it looked to me like the figure of a man. I kid you not, that happened. So do I know that this person traveled doing this? Yes. Yes, I do. I have experienced things like this. Okay, as somebody that is psychically inclined and somebody that picks up on things, and that these things have happened to me, I can tell you, based on this card read that I just read, that is a fable, but they did see something by stepping through a portal. Okay, so that was amazing in itself. Well, thank you very much. This story wasn't very long, but we got to the bottom of it, and now we know that that was a fable, but they saw something in reality as a spirit, as their spirit form when they traveled at night when they were asleep. Okay. So I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for continuing to watch this channel. And if you're liking it, do click on the like button. It helps the channel to grow. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And click on the notification button so you can be notified of my upcoming videos. I love and enjoy doing videos like this for you guys. It really gets that, information across to you. It helps to kind of open up your third eye to what's going on, because there's so much going on in the world around us. It's hard to tune in if you haven't been using your third eye. It's really hard to tune in. You have to practice using the third eye, Anyhow, thank you so much. And the most important thing, what is that? The most important thing is you. So always remember that, okay? I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.